Hey everyone, how you guys doing today, huh? Well, we got another remote viewing session going on here. Hopefully you guys are keeping up with me. Um, yeah, I'm just sitting here having my breakfast. So if I take a bite every once in a while, I apologize if I offend you. But it's that time of the morning. So far, I think I've only had, it looks like I'm getting either spot on or I'm off like 20%. I had one, if you guys remember, that was a complete bomb. Like, I guess I was just mentally just not in the game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Spirit was sure testing me on that one. Anyway, okay, well, so like as always, this is just for fun. This is not any kind of advice. The whole thing's just for fun. So, if you want to, if you're curious to know about remote viewing or you would like to practice along, join us in this. I have a pad of paper, and I don't always show my paper, but anyway, I started off with doing one, and I was like, this was yet the other day, and I was like, no, so it's all blank. But anyway, I use a website that then generates the coordinates, and then it will rank me on what I get. So I kind of like that just because it's going to give me something that's random, and then it is stock related. So we know that they're stock related, but um, anyway. And I also noticed just because of this new one, right? So the one we're doing right now. You know, what's interesting is this one's got a little bit. Usually, when I see the coordinates are like four numbers, dash, and then like three or four letters. So this one this morning, the first one, is very long after, quite interesting. So this coordinates that the website gave me is 7234. 7234 dash EMERALD, emerald. So that's interesting that it's such a long one, right? I mean, I don't remember. I mean, yeah, so I don't. Anyway, it's just interesting to me. I don't remember seeing one that's so long. Don't matter, I guess, right? Okay. And as always, right, we need to open. Now open myself to receive clear thoughts and beneficial guidance from the divine. I invite only what is in alignment with my highest good and the highest good of all involved. Let my channel be clear, protected, and sacred. Thank you. Okay, 7234. EMERALD. And you can also do, which I'm trying to learn, is divine. Please tell me in a childlike way what the message is for 7234-EMERALD. Sometimes I get these blocks. And I think I need to start moving on to something else after these 2 sessions. Other than stocks, I'll pick another category because, you get to where my mind starts thinking, oh, well, the last time it was this. It becomes too much. I guess it's good to kind of do randomly focus. That's probably why they do that. So I'll probably start doing that on these next ones for you guys and for me too. Okay, you guys. Yeah, I don't know. This one was really a hard one, actually. I think this is more of where I'm at. So you guys see, got all my stuff written down here. Okay, well, let's go put this in and see what I got. See how crazy this is, or what. So 7, 2, 3, 4, emerald. I don't know why I got blocks. I kept hearing this song. Heard it through the grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine. Remember those raisin characters? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know why I kept hearing grapevine. Heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, that song came through. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Some of these I really wonder. And then I end up getting them right. But then some of them, like when I really bomb, I tell you. Like I either am getting them pretty close or I'm just like failing. Like there's no in between. It's crazy. Um, oh, you guys. So I had got, like I said, so 7234 dash EMERALD, right? That's the coordinates for the stock. So I got sky, no. Blocks, yes. Color red, yes. Clarity, yes. Focus, yes. Grapevine, yes. Airplane, no. Manufacturer, yes. Do they fly? No. And then raisins, yes. And then I kept hearing that, and I got red. I think I said you red, and color red. And I got song. I heard it through the grapevine. I kept hearing, I heard it through the grapevine. How did you guys do? Um, so here's what the site says. Um, so this is symbolic heavy read, which is excellent because it shows your subconscious is speaking through metaphor and sensory patterns. Exactly what we're aiming to strengthen in psychic work. So the actual stock for 7234-Emerald, EMERALD, the Hershey Company, HSY ticker symbol. Iconic chocolate and snacks brand owns Raisinets, grape-related candies, and heavily manufactures processed snacks, deeply branded with the color red and earth tones, known for focused brand clarity and long-term structure. Blocks as in square packaged products. I even drew. I didn't put down that I drew. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but when I did it, I mean, I know my drawing's not good, but I drew like a block. I saw like one of those like Lego blocks, with the where it's square. It's got the square, and then you got those little dots around circles because they plug into each other. Anyway, that's too much information probably, but. So the scoring and feedback. Theme accuracy, 5.5. Raisin, grapevine, manufacturer, and blocks. Very on target. Symbolic connection. Song, metaphor ties into grapevine and perhaps the emotional into guidance. Snackless. So I got 4.5 out of 5 for the symbolic and 5.5 on the theme. Color and tone matching, 4 out of 5. Red ties into the branding. Hershey's, Kit Kat, etc. Ground, not airy. Oh, grounded, not airy. Because I kept saying air, so I thought it was airplane. And then it said no. So airy, okay. And then discernment, no versus yes. I got a 5 out of 5. Your filtering was spot on. Sky, flight, no. Manufacturing blocks, yes. So the manufacturing was on. So this score was 18.5 out of 20. High accuracy. Wow. So it says you're now decoding energetically, not just seeing. That's pretty cool, you guys. Um, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Wow. So I don't know, you guys, it's so amazing to me, right? Go and I mean, it's just this number. You're just getting this number, and it's like I I guess the remote viewing. I don't really know a whole lot of history behind it, but it's interesting to me that I believe, if I'm correct, probably wrong, but government. So I guess the government, right? I think they were using like FBI or Secret Service or something. I think they were using a lot of the remote viewing, and they do a lot of testing, and or they did in the past or whatever, which is interesting to me, right? Because Reiki, I believe, if I'm correct, again, Reiki, right, was someone way back in the war for the Navy that worked for the Navy or ended up working with the Navy, and was using Reiki to help heal the injured or something. And then that got brought back over. That's how it got brought to the United States and then continued through the United States. So I believe that's how that ended coming. And then here, remote viewing is involved with the government. Our government's involved with everything, you guys. Like, I was someone, I don't know. I was talking with somebody, or maybe it was just a thought that I had, and it wasn't anyone. I don't remember. But the casinos, the casinos see people coming. Like, the joke is always like, oh, if you're psychic, why don't you just go to the casino? Like, if you're going to go to the casino and you're psychic and you're going to win, you go maybe once or twice, get a little bit of cash, and then stay away for a while. And if you're going to continue to go, at least have some days where you're just going to go there and just throw the money away and lose some money, right? I mean, because if they see you winning all the time and then they look you up and they see that I'm just saying, they've got to be looking. They can't be that stupid. Anyway, maybe they are. I don't know. What do I know? Right, you guys? I don't know. Anyways, okay. Well, my notebook is getting kind of full. I need to get a new one. I'm kind of running out of pages here. All right, well, this next one's not going to be, I don't know, I'm already. So I got on this next one, I turned to a blank page now, and this is 5820 ONYX. So it's 5820 ONYX. 18.5 out of 20 is my score on the last one. And this was, who was this? This was the, sorry, I got to make notes for this. This was HSY, the Hershey. I don't know about you guys. I like keeping a track of this. Yeah, this these are the ones I failed. I kind of get, then I know I'm like, sometimes I'll do one and then the next one I totally fail. And, it's your mind, right? Where you're at. My mind starts to wander. And anyway, yeah. So this next one is 5820 dash ONYX. I don't know. So far, I got like lineage, like family, history, lineage. I'm probably not saying that word right. Time, like relatives, family history, and I'm getting color purple. And my picture came through like a book and publishing. They're involved with publishing. They're involved with comics. I wonder if it's Hasbro. I don't know. You guys done? This one was pretty quick. I don't know. Right, those quick ones kind of scare me. Maybe I just lack confidence, right? I'm not really too sure. I got a color purple, but I also kind of got about maybe other pictures. And I got other colors too. I got purple and other colors. I don't know, you guys. I got all these stuff all over. I don't know, man. This is going to be an interesting one. We'll see what my score is like. Yeah, who knows? Okay. Interesting. So it says here, this is for coordinates 5820-ONYX. Hopefully you guys are done. If not, pause it. But you're really stepping into your intuitive power now. The session is full of thematic clarity, emotional resonance, and symbolic lineage or intellect. What's this lineage thing? What it keeps coming back to me about lineage. Like, what the heck? Anyway, so I put in everything that I said. And so it's Warner Brothers stock, WBD, Warner Brothers. Cool. So Warner Brothers stock. It's a massive entertainment and media conglomerate owned by DC Comics. There you guys go. Warner Brothers Pictures, Time Inc., Legacy, HBO, Cartoon Net. That's where I'm getting the comics and probably Hasbro. It's not Hasbro, but I'm kind of that theme. And other storytelling platforms. Their holdings include superhero franchise, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, publishing arms and deep generational entertainment lineage. Ah, there's the generational entertainment lineage. I didn't know how to pronounce or spell that word, but I had it correct. I guess I had Lin EAGE, but I wasn't. I was like, oh, what the heck? I could anyway. I'm digressing here. So theme accuracy is 5.5. Publishing superhero comic books imagery, all great. Symbolic detail, 4.5 out of 5. Hasbro is technically separate, but it is a partial intuitive association, similar domain. Emotional legacy tone is 5 out of 5. Time relevant family history, brilliant, tapped into Warner Brothers generational media role. So the color, yes, I was getting lots of color. I got purple right off the bat, but then I started to get like a red now and then a bunch of others, but I'm like, I just had red on the last one, so I kind of stopped it. So I probably shouldn't have stopped that flow with the color. But that was my ego, right, coming in thinking, oh shoot, I already did this. Anyway, I shouldn't have stopped it. That was my bad. Anyway, so I got 3.5 color and sensory, 3.5 out of 5. That's why I got low. Purple may connect to royalty and emotional tone, through though not brand specific. Okay, so that makes sense. So publishing, legacy, superhero, that's pretty cool. So we got first one was 18.5 out of 20, and the second one is 18 out of 20. Wow. Yeah. Um Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I hope you guys are getting it. And if you're not, you know what? Like I said, that one Neil one, like I got 2.0. I was so off, you guys. It just this whole building, and so a lot of this, the purpose of me doing any of these videos or the podcast, because I'm doing podcasts. So when it's the long videos, like this one's already 27, 28 minutes. I'm doing this on the podcast, so that way people can find this on iTunes. And then I've got stuff on YouTube and on TikTok. But the whole purpose really was for me to put these video up is that I'm just training, I'm learning. And I kind of thought, well, maybe there's other people, you're right. A lot of times I learn is I find people who have done the same thing, is that they're trying to build up their skill, but they're putting them out on video. So therefore I was learning. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do this, why don't I do the same thing? Like, I really don't like it when people, like, there'll be people, they'll be like, I know someone with the stocks. So then, and, you probably have seen them a lot on TikTok, and they're really good. And then they turn around, they won't give you anything. Like they'll give you a hint, but they want you to join. They want you to pay a bunch of money. They want you to go to a class. All they're doing is pushing, trying to sell their classes. I got nothing wrong with charging. I actually think a lot of the Reiki and intuitive people don't charge enough. They sell themselves too short. But I also kind of feel like if you're in the learning stage and you're building your skill, give it away. Like, because you're helping other people that may get into this because they never thought about getting into it, or they're practicing. And so you're help maybe building more people into doing this. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But then once you're really good, then charge what you're worth. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think that it's good to share things and to give some things away, because it helps the people that are learning. And then if someone sees that you're constantly doing really well, it encourages, right? They're going to want to hire you for a session. Someone's going to want to hire me for a tarot reading or Reiki or intuitive or remote session or whatever, right? Because they're going to see my accuracy, and I'm just being honest about it. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. And if someone doesn't really care, I don't. They can go kick rocks. I really don't care. That song, you can go kick rocks if you don't like my walk. If you don't like my walk, if you don't like my path, there's been lots of people. They've said to me, oh, because of their religion or whatever, they don't like what I'm doing. Well, they can go kick rocks as far as I'm concerned, because to me that's discrimination. Like, it's okay if your religion doesn't believe in these things, or you just personally don't believe in these things. That's okay. But, you know, there are things that I don't necessarily believe in, but I would still be friends with somebody. If somebody totally thought that this was not for them, and we happen to talk and we get good communication and we're friends and we'll go see a movie or something, I got no problem. They're not trying to push what they believe on me, and I'm not going to push what I believe on them. And that's okay if we're different. You don't need to always hang around people that are like-minded as you. You probably have your inner circle of your like-minded, but it's okay to have a little different, right? I mean, come on, that's the whole thing. That, like, otherwise, white people would be like, I'm not going to go hang around with brown people or black people or whatever. Like, come on, like that to me is discrimination. I don't care if you have a certain religion and I don't like that religion. Just don't try to sell it on me. But I'll be your friend because I don't care what you believe. I really don't. And I just think more people should respect what they believe, honor what they believe, but realize that being friends with somebody doesn't mean that you're foregoing what you believe. I mean, when I was younger, they would always tell you when you're a kid, they're like, oh, don't do drugs, or your friends are going to do drugs, your friends are going to drink, or, and you're in high school, you're in elementary. Like, you have a mind, and don't follow those people. Well, that's the same thing as being an adult and someone has a different spiritual belief or religious belief. You don't need to follow them, but you could still be their friend. Like, I had friends when I was in school and they were off doing whatever stuff that I wasn't into. They jumped off a bridge. I'm not jumping off no bridge. I mean, I knew who I was. And so I just think that that's something to me. It's really, as I'm older and stuff, and realizing more of that I think that that's so important to believe what you believe and be respectful. And it's okay to have other people that are of different spiritual, religious, color, whatever. It don't matter what their background is. It's okay. It don't matter who they voted for. It doesn't matter if you vote different. I mean, I'm sure your inner circle of your most closest might be a little different, but you can still have a group of friends that help you out through your life and that you get to see things and learn things from. And that's really what it's about. It's about doing things together, not just by yourself. That's enough about my rant. I hope you guys did good on this. And I hope you were at 3313 when I said that. So we're going to close off here. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. And Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this half an hour and going through this. And if you didn't score well, don't worry. Don't put yourself down. Just do the next one and just keep doing them. Thanks a lot, you guys.